in for Sherman this afternoon. Any moment, we're expecting to learn more about the investigation into that deadly plane crash near Kerrville. The NTSB has a press conference planned, but here's what we already know about the 6 Houston area victims of that crash. The pilot was Jeffrey Weiss, a senior vice president of investments at Raymond James, who'd flown for decades. His passengers were Mark Ciano, Scott Miller, Mark Tellefson, and Stuart and Angie Kinzinger. Angie was the longtime varsity girls lacrosse coach at St. John's School. That's where grief counselors are on hand today for students. David Gonzalez has more on the legacy she leaves behind.
Coach Angie Kessinger spent countless hours on fields just like this one, helping kids get better. Now the St. John's School community is trying to deal with this tragedy.
It's really a tragic loss for us in this community.
It's a somber day at St. John's School as students and staff return to class after learning a staple in their community was killed in a plane crash. For more than 2 decades, Angie Kessinger coached the girls' varsity lacrosse team.
She had one of the most successful lacrosse programs in the state of Texas. Many of her teams went on to win state titles.
Angie's husband, Stuart, was also killed in the crash near Kerrville. He graduated from St. John's in 1981. School officials say their ties to the school were deep, so it's a tragedy that impacts everyone.
She lived out the values and mission of St. John's on a daily basis. She did everything the right way.
Angie last held practice with her team on Thursday before Easter. Their well-being is what's most important now as they cope and try to move forward.
I'm just really sad. And I'm sad for the fact that here you have a unique individual that gave so much, and that the young people coming up, won't have a chance to be around her.
The girls' varsity lacrosse team does have a scheduled game for tomorrow night, but right now we do not know if that game will go on. As far as this investigation, the FAA and the NTSB are both on the ground trying to figure out what exactly led to this crash. In Houston, I'm David Gonzalez, KHOU 11 News.
We will continue to follow this story on air and in our later newscasts, as well as online at khou.com.